Hey everybody, Ferg1982 here, coming you with my Week 2 predictions and scores. It was a good Week 1. We had upsets, we had some good games. I'm a Giants fan, so I thought that the Giants and the Cowboys, they played a really good, solid game. I'm not going to hate on the Cowboys. Dak Prescott did really well. Ezekiel Elliott, the Giants defense did hold them, but you spent $200 million. You have to hold them. The Panthers going into Denver and losing was tough. I thought that they were going to win, but Trevor Seaman, whatever his name is, he proved to be pretty well. And C.J. Anderson, he was really good. I believe it was 92 yards rushing, 47 yards receiving with a touchdown. A lot of upsets. The Chiefs came back and beat the Chargers, but that'll all be at the beginning of this video. So let's jump right into Week 2 action. The first game is a Thursday night game. It's the Jets versus the Bills. My score, I think the Jets are going to win. I say that because they played the Bengals really tough. They could have won that game. They lost that game 22-23. And the Bills, they didn't look good against the Ravens. So I say the Jets win 31-20, and that's the Thursday night game. The next game is the Niners versus the Panthers. The Niners won because the Rams are really bad, and the Panthers are a much better team than the Niners. So I'm going to go with the Panthers. I think they're going to blow the Niners out 28-10. Next game on the schedule is Cowboys-Skins, another good NFC East rivalry. I like what I saw from the Cowboys, even though I hate the Cowboys. They look better than the Skins did. Kirk Cousins threw a lot of errant passes. The rushing game was okay, but I say the Cowboys will go 1-1 this week, and they win 17-14. Next game, another really good game, Bengals versus Steelers. Interdivisional, they always play them tough. The Bengals had a big win against the Skins, the Bengals had a really good win against the Jets, and the Steelers had a good win against the Skins. They're both 1-0, but I'm going to give this game to the Bengals. I think it's going to be a really hard-fought game, and I'm saying 13-9. Let's see if any of the tensions boil over when they fought in the postseason. Next game, Saints versus my G-Men. I'll make this sweet and simple. I think the Giants are going to win 38-24. I've covered that in my Giants recap, which is going to be in the description. I think the Giants defense is much better than it was last year. It's not going to be a shootout. I think the Giants have a better passing offense than the Saints do. I'll give it to the G-Men. Next game on the docket is Dolphins versus the Patriots. The Patriots, even with Tom Brady out, it's one guy in Jimmy Garoppolo. He's not going to play out of his means. So I say the Pats win. I say big, 31-10. The Dolphins, I think they're not going to do very well this year. I say 5 wins at the most. If you're a Dolphins fan, I'm sorry. You'll probably never watch again. It could change if they start winning. If they beat the Patriots, you don't know. Next game on the schedule is Chiefs versus the Texans. The Chiefs were getting stopped by the Chargers. I think it was 34-3 or 30-something to 3 or something. 24 to something. I forget the score. It'll be in the description. And they won a game that they shouldn't have won. I really think that. Not that they don't have talent, but they won a game they shouldn't have won. The Chargers let them waltz right back into that game. So that's why I'm giving the game to the Texans 20-16. That's why I'll give his first win as a Texan. Next game is Titans versus the Lions. They both looked really well. The Lions came out with a really big win against the Colts. Let's see if they can. I think that momentum will carry forward, even though the Titans are going to be a really tough team. I give it to the Lions 21-20. Next game, Ravens-Browns. Browns are actually waiting to happen. I'm not even going to go really deep into this. The Ravens look good against the Bills. I'm going to say the Ravens win 28-7. The Browns just are awful. Next game is Seahawks versus the Rams. Again, the Rams are probably the number 2 worst team behind the Browns. I don't need to talk a lot. Seahawks are going to win 35-10. The Rams just aren't good. I don't care if they're at the Rams. They're not good. The Rams just aren't good. Next game, Bucks versus the Cards. The Cards had a really, they could have won that game against the Patriots, and they just had too many mistakes, too many errors. I say they bounce back this week though. They do beat the Bucks 24-21. It'll be a nice, tough game. I say all the games so far, 90% of the games have been really good, tough games. So, but I'm going to give that game to the Cards. Next game up is Jags versus the Chargers. The Jags, I already mentioned the Chargers. They should have won that. They should have won that game. And the Jags, they played a really hell of a game against the Packers. They have a better team than people think. So I'm going to give this game to the Jags, 17-13. Next game is the Falcons versus the Raiders. The Raiders, Jack Del Rio, go for it on 4th down. He has balls, and that's going to be the Raiders this year. They have a revamped team. Watch out for the Raiders, AFC West. I'm going to give this game to the Raiders, 30-20. I don't believe in the Falcons. They start well, and then they just falter all the time. Next game, Colts Broncos. Broncos look good, like I already said. C.J. Anderson, Trevor Seaman. The Colts, they could have won that game against the Lions, and they couldn't pull it out. They couldn't. I know Andrew Luck was injured all last year. Maybe he's a little rusty, but I'm going to give this game. The Broncos are going to go 2-0, and they're going to beat the Colts 24-17. Next game is a Sunday night game. Pack versus the Vikings. Another good game. The Vikings, I just think the Pack are going to get after. If Sam Bradford starts this game, they're going to get after him. And they might injure him. And I say the Pack win 42-31. If Teddy Bridgewater was in this game, it might be different. But I just see the Pack winning pretty good. And it's at Vikings, but I still see him win pretty good. I don't care if it's a new stadium or not. I still see him winning. And the last game, Monday night game, Eagles versus the Bears. The Eagles played a bad Browns team. Bad Browns team. Carson Wentz did really well. I'm going to give the game to the Bears. Maybe it's because I'm a Giants fan and I want the Eagles not to do good. But the Bears, Kevin White, Jay Cutler is an awful quarterback. They still have Alshon Jeffrey. They have a nice young running back and put his name on the screen. I give it to the Bears. I just don't think the Eagles have all the pieces they need, and they're not playing the Browns. Plain and simple. That's my predictions for this week. I was originally going to release this yesterday, but I have a new baby, and it's hard, so it's just a day late. So usually my recaps will be on Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest, and my Giants recaps are going to always be on a Monday. So everybody, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more content. Let me know what you think, how well you think your team is going to be, how you thought last week played out. Subscribe for more content. Instagram, no, not Instagram. I don't have Instagram. Twitter in the description. And everybody, thanks for watching. Go G-Men.